So at some point, we have to stop dressing for your old body and dress for the
Yeah.
body that you have now. Let's get into it. Today, we are talking about who we are dressing for. Are we dressing for the old us or are we dressing for who we are today? So, Daisy, do you still have clothes in your closets for the version of you that does not exist anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we all do. I know I do. It depends. Are we talking weight or are we talking styles or are we talking seasons? Because I could go in any direction with that. And I lost weight, gained weight, stuff that I thought was really cute and I loved. And I don't know, you know how fashion always also comes back? So that's my other problem. I want to keep
Mhm.
everything. I keep a lot of the stuff. Some of the stuff is emotional. Like one of my kids gave it to me, or I wore it to a certain event and I don't want to get rid of it. I have like boxes. What about you?
Definitely have. I have obviously changed, kind of transition from pre-baby to having two kids. And my kids are older now, but I feel like everyone kind of goes through those different stages of your body. And, sometimes I feel like I have held on maybe a little bit too long to clothes that I probably should have put away. Recently, I have kind of cleared my closet and started dressing more for the body that I have now versus how I used to be. Now, I didn't get rid of it. It's still in the house. It's just not in my
Oh,
closet because the goal is to
okay.
kind of get back there one day. And you don't want to get rid of clothes because it's expensive. Like stuff like that
Yeah.
is expensive.
I sewed a pair of leopard pants when I was 20. And leopard was in for what, fall? And I busted them out and I wore them. They actually fit. I was like, whoa. And I put them on and I had young people telling me, oh my God, where'd you get those? I'm like, oh, these are one of one. I made them. So see, sometimes it makes sense to keep it.
Do you feel like, as we kind of get older, because there's
Hmm.
no secret to our age on this podcast, right? I'm
No,
40. You're how old?
52, about to be 53.
Have lived quite a bit through different stages in our life, whether that's through motherhood, whether that
Yeah.
is fluctuation of, going up and down in weight, because God knows that I do not have the same body that I
Yeah.
had when I was a teenager, even less when I got married at 21, even less how I have it now after kids. So, do you still kind of, dress for the body that you used to have or that you currently have, or have you kind of like come to terms of, hey, I just need to embrace what it is and get rid of stuff, or do you still
Hmm.
hold on to those?
Just recently, I cleaned my closet. Just looked at it, and if I still loved it, I kept it. If it had meaning, I kept it. And if it didn't, I donated it. And I think that's something that we all need to do as far as change, or if you evolve, or if you're in a different season, go with that season.
My closet, I feel, goes through its own transformation. I have pieces, statement pieces that, like you said, fashion is just a repetition of things every 10, 20 years. So I
Mm-hmm.
have kind of held on to that because I really liked it when I bought it. I've just had them for so long, and you kind of have like that emotional attachment to
Mm-hmm.
things. As far as clothes, yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of holding on to clothes that was probably a version of myself that does not exist. Mom of two, we all go through like the phases, right? So there's like your teenager
Mm-hmm.
phase, your early adulthood. Then if you're a mom,
Yeah.
you go through that phase. And then as you get older, you kind of go into those different versions of your life that your body essentially transforms along the way. Now, being a mom, that alone changed how my body was and everything like that. We go through different style changes. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. But I try to hold on to things until I'm just like, you know what? I probably need to let it go. So here recently,
Yeah.
I cleaned out my closet. I still have it in my house. I just put it kind of like out of sight, out of mind until,
Mhm.
down the line, if I feel that I can, get back into or something that's back in style, then I still have it. I don't want to like get
Mhm.
rid of it, but I am very heavy also on donating. So,
Yeah.
there's things that I'm just like, yeah, I probably won't ever wear this again. Like my age and my body can't handle it. So I'm going to just give it to someone that would get better use out of
Yeah.
it. We all go through seasons in our life that we are, dressing a certain way, our style, but I think our style essentially evolves when we
Mhm.
go through different stages of our life. Body changes, having kids, whatever the case may be. I think that we essentially kind of adapt to where we are. Um, and we also equally have a hard time in kind of letting that go. I know I
Yeah.
have.
Went through my gothic season. So my son digs through my gothic clothing and finds things that he actually liked. I was like, whoa. It's funny how our kids think we're vintage.
Such a hurtful thing. It's such a hurtful thing because I
Yeah.
always like, every time she says the word vintage, I kind of feel like one of those like classic cars going down the road with the classic plates. I think they're like yellow
Yeah.
here where I live, and I'm just
Yeah.
like that kind of. It's almost like a label, like you're a little
Yeah.
too old. But again, we all know that fashion is a repetition. Every
Yeah.
10, 20 years, you come back with the same thing. Juicy Couture is like in right now, and I
Mhm.
remember those two-piece sets were a
Yeah.
thing when we were growing
Oh
up. So
yes.
sometimes it's good to hold on to those things because down the line, if
Mhm.
you got kids and they grow up and they're into that type of stuff, then
There
hey,
you
like
go.
you get double use out of it. Like you paid a certain price and then it's
Yeah.
worth more money down the line, right? So
And they get excited about it. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you have that." Mine's a thrifter, so he loves it.
thrifting is the best.
Yeah, it
Thrifting
is.
is the best. I don't
Mhm.
care what anyone says. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you have to keep up with the latest trends. You have to keep up
Mm-mm.
with the brands and the labels. You don't know styling until you can style from every
Yep.
single place. Your Walmarts, your thrift
Yeah.
stores, your TJ Maxx's, your
Mhm.
Ross. Style is really about trying to find your unique style and
Yep.
your identity behind clothing that speaks to you. And essentially, you can find that anywhere you
Yeah,
want. It does not have to
you can.
be, Louis Vuitton. It doesn't have to be whatever else is in right now. I don't even know. I mean, I'm a big Amazon shopper. I'm very big
Mhm.
with Walmart right now and TJ Maxx. Honestly, as long as it looks cute and
It
it's
doesn't
something
matter.
within your style and you're confident in it,
Yep,
that's it.
that's all that matters. Yep,
That's it. And in
exactly.
this economy, the cheaper the better. The
Yeah,
cheaper
I
the
I
better.
agree. I agree. It's funny because I started selling vintage clothing back in the day, and I used to go digging for it and style like that. The polyester shirts with the long V-necks with the snap buttons long. Oh
Yes.
my gosh, those were the days, man. That was fun. I wish I would have kept that.
When did you realize, okay, I can't keep dressing like this because I have changed?
I think I've had several like seasons of that. They're just different. When I had my first child at 21, I kind of changed a little because my body changed. Then I had her, and then I was a mom of a little girl. So I wanted to have her be a good example for her, So I changed my style a little. And then it's like you're too busy, you don't have time, so you can't be like. I mean, shopping is picking like what you're gonna wear and digging is so much work to do it too. People think, oh, you're it's really easy. I mean, to me, I have to like be looking and, oh, I don't like this because I never like some just like everything at one place.
Mhm.
So, once I didn't have a lot of time, it's hard to shop. So I would be wearing a lot of the same things over and over again because I didn't have time to go shopping. I didn't have time to sit there and put together outfits. And that's how I got into like effortless outfits. So
Mhm.
I kind of now I have like a style and a color palette. And that's kind of like what I go off of. So I think you start figuring it out as you go. There's not like a one and done type of formula. You have to just think of you and what you like and where you want to be at and where you're at. Are you Are you in a season that you feel confident of your body, or are you in a season that you need to cover up a little? And so I think it's based on where I'm at, and I figure it out as the season comes, you know?
Mhm,
Right now, I'm
mhm.
in a season that I love wearing a lot of different things and things that I look ahead, like, I like a lot of European fashion right now, so I don't wear what others wear, you know, and then I'm in a season where I live in the country now versus I used to live in the city, so a lot of my outfits that I would wear in the city I could wear them, but it's just not the right timing of it. So they're kind of put away and I'll wear it when I go into the city. Out in the country, I'm not going to wear my nice outfit so it could get ruined. That's how I figured things out. I dress for occasions and I dress my for the style that I love at the current time and I'll figure it out as I'm in it. That's just
Mhm,
me. What about
mhm.
you? How do you figure that out?
I try and stick with like when I find something and I like it, I try to stick with it for a while. So unless
Mm.
something happens where I have gone through a drastic change, I try not to change it too much because like I said, shopping's expensive. I think that a lot of people think that styling is actually easy and it's not. Trying to find your style takes a lot of time and effort just to figure out what I like and what I don't like. I mean, I'm sure that
Mhm.
people can go, shopping online is like the new thing. Like, very rarely do you go and shop locally because a lot of the times it's just easier. And when we went
Mhm.
through the pandemic, I think that a lot of people got used to just browsing online. It was more convenient to do it that way. So, very rarely do I go out and look at stuff, but now that that's kind of that phase is kind of over, you kind of go out and you take a look at what else is out there. But I try to hold on to it as much as possible, but when something has kind of happened and I have to come to the realization, like, this is not for me because like you said, you go through different phases. So like,
Mhm.
when I was young and I had a boyfriend that's now my husband, I dressed a certain way because I was his girlfriend, right? Like you dress like
Mhm.
nice, cute, whatever. And then
Cutesy.
when you become a wife or a spouse or a significant other, you dress a different way because there has to be like a level of respect for your partner, and there has to be, you still feel good and you still want to feel put together, but there's like a thin line of respect because you want to make sure that you're not stepping over boundaries or getting yourself in trouble. And then you have kids, and that's another phase because like you said, you want to feel like you're being an example, you're being a little bit more
Mhm.
conservative and stuff like that. And then you go into being older. So right now, I'm in a phase of color. Crazy enough. My closet is neutrals galore. I will do anything ivory, beige, brown, black. Black is my favorite color, but green is equally my favorite color, but I don't wear green as much. So my daughter told me, Mom, you got to get with it and get into some color. Like neutral is cool, but it's
Oh.
aesthetically pleasing, but like you got to get into like your color. So now I'm in a phase of my life where I'm like, I need to bring a little bit of color into my wardrobe, and my kids are older. I have a almost 16-year-old and almost 11-year-old, and it's time where you start to feel a little bit more like you. I want to still be me, but I want to maybe step it up. I think everyone is very different. Everyone kind of realizes at their own time, like, hey, this is probably not for me anymore. And then you evolve into
Yeah.
something else. And then that time is up, and then you evolve into something else. But at the end of the day, as long as you feel good about where you are and where your style is and feeling confident in who you are, no matter your body, no matter what you're going through
Mhm.
transition wise in your life, I think that's the most important thing because clothes are going to come, they're going to go, style's going to come, go, fashion's going to come and go. Once you find what's comfortable for you, that's really at the moment Whether that's 1 year or 5 years, that's
Yeah.
important and for you to stick to.
Funny that you're going through color because I'm having the opposite of you. I'm trying to go into neutrals now because I had too much color. We're the
Yes.
opposite, girl.
Where she has been on me. She's like, "Mom, you should get this in this color." So, like, this is probably, like, the most color I've done because
Uh-huh.
only
And
because
then
I
I'm
already have,
brown.
like, this orange purse that I actually bought, like, 2, 3 years ago, and I
Mhm.
never bought a shirt to match it. It was always, like, a black
Oh.
outfit and a
Mhm.
pop of color with the orange,
Mhm.
but now I'm like, "You know what? Let me start getting tops or bottoms or shoes that kind of like pop with your outfit. So even if you're
Mhm.
wearing like an all black outfit, your shoes, are what I would call statement pieces, purses are
Yeah.
statement pieces, stuff
Mhm.
like that to me is something that like, okay, you can add a little bit of color like here and there. So I haven't completely evolved into the color side, right? But slowly learning,
But you're getting
slowly
there.
getting there day by day. So, why do you think it is so hard for us to let go of the version of ourselves that we used to be?
I mean, it's just hard of letting go of anything, period. You feel like letting go is like giving up on it or like just putting it away. And letting go doesn't have to be that way. It's good to live in your present moment. And it's good to say bye to what no longer serves you. So if it doesn't serve you, why stay there? Why? Just embrace that new you, whatever that is, whether it's skinny, kind of got big butt like, like me right now. My butt's like, oh, I'm like, but I'm just embracing it. It's like, all right, you want to be here? Let's come on, bring it on. And I feel that the sooner you accept that it's okay to let go and just enjoy the new you, the sooner you could accept like this new life you or this new person and enjoy it because life should be about enjoying the moment because we just never know. My abuela used to say that all the time, live the moment, you never know. So we gotta just let go of what doesn't serve us and live the moment. And that's what I try to live by and show everybody.
You will come to the realization on your own. Don't allow
Mm.
anybody to force you into
No.
that moment. That moment will come when you see that it is time to kind of let go of it. And it's not to say that anything that you are maybe putting on the back burner or putting to the side is not going to come full circle, right? Just like fashion coming like every, 10, 20 years or whatever, you could go back into that phase of your life at a later time. So, reason why I didn't get rid of my stuff, I mean, some of it, but not all of it. Because you never know. You can go back into that phase of your life where you're just like, okay, I like this again and I
Yeah.
feel comfortable in this again. Right now, I'm kind of going through the transition of getting into color, body transformations. Like, I'm not the 115-pound girl I used to be, that I'm 40. I think a lot of people like have this in their mind that you have to dress a certain way for your age, you have to dress a
Ugh.
certain way for your body type, and downplaying the fact that really it's about you just feeling confident in what
Mhm.
you are. Now, there are different ways to kind of style your outfit and style just anything that you buy to kind of be better suited for you to make you feel more comfortable, right? But don't ever
Mhm.
allow anybody to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. You will get to a point in your life where you're just like, okay, I'm either going to let this go or I'm not going to let it go. But I agree. I think that letting go of what no longer serves you in the current moment is best to that, so that way you can kind of embrace whatever it is that you are trying to get into from there. I'm trying to embrace the color side of me.
Yeah.
I don't like it that much, but I'm going to embrace it because I think I need to change a little bit. But I'm not going to let go of all of my neutrals and blacks and browns in my closet because eventually, if I ever want to come back full circle, I can do that.
Yeah.
No problem.
It's good to explore too. And you never know what you're going to like if you don't explore it. So listen to your inner voice, but also, take some constructive criticism, or I don't know if opinions like you from your daughter. Do you look pretty in that? Yes, you do. And if it was black, would it look as vivid, and would it look as, summerish? Maybe not. So it's good that she's inspiring you, but you're taking a piece of what you love and what she's telling you and making it your own instead
Exactly.
of just wearing something because somebody told you to wear it because it's good, but you're not happy. You have to be, at the end of the day, you have to be happy with what you're wearing,
Absolutely.
whether anybody loves it or not. The only person that has to love it is the one wearing it. We're very lucky that nowadays women are getting told this. In my age, you had to wear a certain thing, you had to look a certain way, and whether you liked it or not. And a lot of times we didn't like it, but we had to wear it because that's what we were told. There's a lot more freedom, there's a lot more support, there's a lot more community of women that support each other. And I love that because, like, when my age, when I was younger, you were just told to wear something or not wear something, and that was it. You
Mm.
had no say so. Oh my God. If you even as much as flinched about it, you were, crucified. You wore yellow, and people were like, you look like a banana. And everybody would make fun of you. So you would never wear yellow again. And you loved yellow.
So for you, what does it look like now to actually dress for the woman that you are today?
Well, what does it look like for me in the today world is outfits, clothing that I love, and I obviously love to style them with hats and sneakers, and pop of color, and I always have to be comfortable, whether I look put together or not, and it just has. I have to feel comfortable because. I'm always moving. It's hot. I'm always lifting something, or I'm always moving around. But obviously, I'm into fashion. So, like when I go to a vending event, like yesterday, for example, it was 90 degrees and I wore leopard shorts and a little top that had like gold buttons. And I looked put together, but I felt like I was in pajamas. So, for me, it's an effortless look that that looks good to me. I don't know about others, but it looks good to me and I love it and I feel confident in it. I don't dress my age, that just doesn't fall for me. I don't know what my age is supposed to look like. I don't think I've ever dressed my age as they call it. I've always dressed in whatever I love and I'm gonna that's what I do now. So if I love a crop top and it looks cute, I'm going to wear it. If I love, something tiny, but I feel good in it, I'm going to wear it. If I want to be covered up, I'm going to wear it. I don't have one style. Trying to work on skirts because dresses, I have to wear a couple of dresses this month and I'm having a hard time with that one. Other than that, I just wear whatever makes me feel good. Like when I look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, girl, okay, you look cute. That's what I'm gonna wear. It's where I'm at now in this day and age at 52. And you, what you up to these days? Other than color, because we know your daughter got you adding color to it.
She has me adding color. Definitely, I'm in a color palette phase of my style right now. But I am still very much into elevated casual, comfy
Mhm.
casual, anything
Mhm.
that's comfortable but looks put together and looks good. You
Yeah.
know, at my age, I could still wear, like wedges and heels and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
I feel like those are kind of like for like your special occasions and stuff like that. I don't wear those to run errands or anything like that. I am all about kind of the sneakers, the flats. I can do the wedges and stuff like that. But I am very into comfy casual all the way. And I feel like
Yeah.
you can do a lot with just basic outfits and elevating them
Mhm.
with some statement pieces, which is a topic that we're going to be talking about here in a few weeks. So, statement pieces are definitely an impact on how you go
Mhm.
about styling your outfits. Your purses, your jewelry, your hats, whatever the case may be. I feel like it's a very intricate part of the styling,
Mhm.
part of it. And like I said, I'm just very like into the comfortable phase of my life. Like I something
Yeah.
like this, I'm very on board with. I had some wedges on earlier, but my feet started to hurt, so we're going to go with flats. So, anything that's comfortable is good, but there is
Yeah.
a way of going about it where you can still be comfortable, be confident, and still look nice and put together and ready to go, whether it's running errands, whether it's
Mhm.
casual Friday at work, whether you work in corporate America,
Mhm.
any 9 to 5. Like, I feel like you can still dress the way that you want to dress. You don't always have to be in the phase of high heels and, dressing like you're going to a wedding. There's different things that you can do that is going to compromise to your style, and that's the beauty of style, is that it's not just like
Yeah.
a one size fits all. Everyone has their own style, their own way of
I
going
love
about things, how to self express yourself, how to, cultivate your style and make it your identity, be able to adapt to the different things because you want to, not because of what anyone else has to say. So yeah, I think comfy casual, comfy anything is really
Yep.
where I'm at with the dash of color, and you are on the opposite end trying to get into the neutral side of it.
Yeah, man. Look at me being all neutral. I literally have all neutral on right now, and I didn't do that on purpose. We need to start figuring out what we're wearing because we seem to be either opposite or the same. It's funny because we don't have a like we don't even talk about what we're wearing.
We came in all black. This time we are complete opposites. And our very first one, we wore like a jean
Oh
jacket or a
yeah.
jean shirt,
Mhm.
remember? So
Yeah.
it's crazy, but
It
it
works.
is it
Whatever.
is what it is. It works. We just talked about in the last podcast about giving yourself some time, and it's not about what you do or not about having more time. It's about what you do with the time that you have, and
Yeah.
that 15-10 minutes in the morning can get your whole
Oh,
outfit together in your mind, and it sets your tone for the day. So that is a
yes.
very important part of just kind of putting yourself together and giving yourself that balance that you need and that boost
Yeah.
that you need in order to start your day.
This morning I got ready as soon as I got up, and it's crazy because today we weren't going to record, and look at it worked out. We were ready. Do you see that those 15 minutes are gold?
Mhm. I always say that you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. So stay ready, give
Ooh.
yourself a little bit of time in the morning,
Mhm.
before the kids, before the spouse, before you head off to work or whatever,
Yeah.
and feel confident and on the right foot to be able to set your mood for the entire day. So I
Okay.
think that's it for us today,
Yep.
but I kind of want to know, my women out there, do you dress for the woman that you used to be, or do you dress for the woman that you are today? And what does that look like? Like, what
Yeah.
phase of your life have you gone through that is complete opposite or maybe still similar to what you are
Mhm.
currently going through now? And do you still hold on to the clothes of who you used to be? I know I just cleaned out my closet and I kind of, I did part ways with some of that stuff and some I didn't. But I'm just kind of wondering, like, am I the only one that kind of holds on to that stuff for dear life, or is there anyone else
and
out there that kind of holds on to clothes for dear life? Because we'll
and what I
see.
want to know, if they hold on to it, why and what do they hold on to it? I'm curious to find out what they hold on to.
I think that's it for us today. Join
Okay.
us next week. We have way more to come. If you guys have not liked and subscribed, make sure that you guys do.
Mhm.
Daisy, do you have anything else to add?
I just want them to like and subscribe and tell us in the comments what they think about this one topic.
Absolutely. So, thank you guys so much for being with us on today's episode. We
Mhm.
will catch you guys next week on Dímelo con Style with Madeline.
And Daisy.